What's going on, people? Not Just Music Podcast. Duan Barino, Quincy Murdoch in the building as always. What's going on, sir?
What's up? What's up with you?
How's everything?
Everything good. Everything good. What's up?
Hey, what's new?
Nah, man, working. Same old. Different day. Grind. Pretty much that's it.
What's on your mind? It's something there on your brain. You got to express what's going on because I could tell there's something going on.
Nah, I'm just working, man. Staying out the way. Um, you know, living life. To the fullest. Enjoying life too. More enjoying my life now. Not just getting tied into work and doing what make other people happy. Trying to make myself happy too. And you know what I'm saying, doing what I gotta do to, make myself happy and bring happiness to me and do some things I enjoy, because once you stop having fun, in your personal life, the work becomes work. You can't, it doesn't become fun. So you gotta distance yourself a little bit, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm doing, trying to have a life plus business, you know what I'm saying, working, because I work a lot. Hours, whether it's, entertainment or just a 9 to 5, I work a lot. You know what I'm saying? So trying to find that spot, them spaces, them places where I can enjoy my personal time and my mental. You know what I'm saying? And I don't expect everybody to understand that, because it ain't for everybody to understand my life. I understand what I go through. That's why I don't speak on my issues. I handle them personally. So that's what it's about, man. Self happiness is building self motivation within, man.
I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I'm dealing with something right now too. I'm dealing with something right now too.
Yeah.
Am I gonna walk around? You said I'm trying not to show it, but you did in a sense show it. So I'm gonna give you an example of what I mean. And it never changes daily what's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna have to get up and deal with it. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right.
And one sense of the situation is I've learned that if a job is really discombobulating my situation and my time and my feelings and my energy towards my own personal self,
Yeah.
to leave it alone. So let's go deeper. I go deeper from the last conversation we had. Worked a job for 17 years. It took me 17 years to find out that I was unhappy. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's be real.
Yeah.
Let's get on top of it. I was a barber. I'm a struggling musician. I'm struggling to try to find a career in music production. I had twin girls, wasn't married, wasn't none of that. Didn't know what direction to go. Struggling to pay bills day to day. Don't know what was gonna be on, bills behind, all that stuff. Everything.
Yeah.
In the same situation, in the same breath, though, I had to make a decision to what the anger, the upset, the buildup, the frustrations, and all of that stuff was, what it was causing and what it was doing to me. Before the whole situation of making sense of all of it, though, going from 2009 to 2019, I had to shift my whole mentality of thinking. And I'm telling you this just from a personal standpoint, to say whether if I was going to be getting into music production or I wasn't getting into it. So the window was close, 2009. And you talking about just not starting, really just starting to say that, oh, I want to make a business out of this.
Yeah.
Like, okay, what you doing, Duan? Like, you can't make no business out of this. You got kids, you got a family, you trying to start a family, you trying to get all of this stuff going at one time. What kind of mentality do you have that says that you're ready for something like this?
Yeah.
Broke. Ain't no, bro, trust me. The whole situation, the one thing that again that takes over a whole lot of the situation, like you just said, your mentality.
Yeah.
Anybody that's willing Anybody that's willing to deal with their mentality and take on their mentality daily and deal with the problems that they know they're gonna have to deal with daily and learn to take it in stride and learn to take it with pride. Because you think about it, still the situation of like how they say, if life was really meant to be really meant to be so easy, why didn't Jesus have it easy?
Right.
Why didn't Jesus have it easy? If it was the case of there was going to be some easy point in our life to say that it was going to be easy, the biggest thing I see a lot of men forget, you remember, we're supposed to take on this type of stuff. We're supposed to take on these type of trials and tribulations. Same instances all the way through the Bible. Everybody had to deal with something. But again, on top of dealing with something, you still got to be a man. You still have to be a human being. And on top of being a human being, you have to be grounded. You can't just allow everything to make you feel as if okay, look, I'm not gonna allow this person or this job or this dog or this cat or my neighbor or whatever this crazy situation, my baby mama, my baby daddy, my ex-wife, my ex-husband,
Yeah.
my
Yeah.
old pastor, my car, all of the stuff that could take somebody down that rabbit hole of
You talking now. You talking.
mist and distrust and that ish that get on your nerves every single day. Cut that. I mean, and it's not saying cut it off in an instant. Find a way to either make it smaller or just in the sense of get rid of it. That's what, and this is why I learned to tell myself this though, but it was a bad situation that had to happen for me to get there. Once something is taken from you though, it's taken. They take your vehicle, they take your house, they take your apartment, they take your kids, they take whatever it is, the situation or whatever it is they take from you. And
Can I
once
say something?
go ahead,
Freedom. Your freedom.
freedom.
It took my freedom. It took my freedom being taken away for just a couple of night
Yeah.
a day, you know what I'm saying, for me to calm down. I can relate to emotions, yeah, I
And
just
that's
had
the
to put
good
that in
thing.
there,
That's the good
yeah,
thing. I mean, we just like you, I've been there, once
yeah,
once it's in a situation where you're tight and you can't figure out like where to go from that spot, that's the part where you become a man to me. Because it's a lot of little boys out here still claiming they men, but they really ain't taking on what it is to be a man yet. And it's not the case of just speaking of just like materialistic things or things that you can buy or things that you can go get. It's really the mentality. Your
right,
mentality,
right,
once your mentality is shook up and the people around you start to feel that your mentality is shook up and messed up and gone a little bit,
right,
it
yeah,
changes the whole outlook and aspects of a whole relationship just due to that thing right there. So that's my whole entire point. Like my life is, again, I made my life hard due to the bad mistakes and the decisions that I was making. I'm just telling you, bro, like don't allow the little money, to deter you in the situation of daily living. Meaning if you're at a point where you know that you are in a tight situation,
yeah,
it's time to go either find another job,
right,
because I'm gonna tell you why. The job really can mess up your mentality of just your daily. Sometimes it ain't even the
you're
case of
right.
making the money, and sometimes it really is the job. So if you at the job, you can't even think straight. You can't even think how to save money the right way because the job got your brain such in a bad place.
And it's
It,
not, and sometimes it ain't even about spending the money. It's just about like time, like we talking about last episode, time. Like, what can I do with my time? When can I find this time? You know what I'm
to do it.
saying? Yeah, it's time, bro. It ain't even really financially with me. It's time. You know what I'm saying? Cause time you don't get back. The time that you waste on something you could have been spending on something more important or productive. You don't get that back. And I've seen people spend a lot of time on pointless things. Well, I'm not gonna say pointless, but things that they didn't really want to do, and now have nothing to show for it because they invested a whole lot of time into things they didn't even want to do and
Exactly.
wasn't even happy doing these things. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it's really about me, man. The time, bro. Like, it ain't even about the money. The money is important too, but the time.
Yeah,
that time, man. You know what I'm
listen,
saying?
I'm gonna give you an honest opinion. And this is again just my opinion. I'm gonna tell you how
Yeah.
what's a situation that can change something, right?
Mm-hmm.
So in the midst of right now, right?
Yeah.
I explained to you the whole situation about I needed to get another backup drive, like
Mm-hmm.
openly. And this is
Yeah.
something that for those to listen to that's listening to me right now. And,
Mm-hmm.
and this is the case of speaking of mentality and
Yeah.
and,
Yeah.
and, and growth.
Yeah.
I asked you genuinely, I need, if you could give me a couple dollars towards the whole situation to getting this backup drive, that'd be wonderful, right?
Yeah.
Now, mentally, I think openly for the case of togetherness, team,
Yeah.
bond,
Yeah. Right.
growth as a team and
Right.
bond. And then that nature, the hardest part is getting you to trust and believe in what's going on. And I'm gonna tell you how I understand where it is. You're at a point right now where you don't know if this is really a thing. You know you like the podcast, you know you love the podcast.
It's a
In the sense of as long as you're in a seat where you're comfortable, you're fine. But once it causes you any discomfort, you would detach yourself from it. And I'm gonna tell you, and again, I'm gonna tell you this one more time. You're a better podcaster than you are at music. Hear me good.
why you say that?
Hear me good. Because if it's the way that you're trying to produce and send out music, you're lacking in that area. Saying, think about the span. When's the last time you put out music?
Lead 2023.
When's
This
the
is
last
true love.
when's the last time you put out a podcast?
Uh,
How many podcasts have dropped since you've put This Is True
around
Love out?
80, around over 81. Well, hold on. I can't remember.
If you can cut them in, if you can cut it's not the case, so you have to be perfect. But
It's a
in the
lot.
case,
It's a lot. Consistent.
so so just think about what you're doing more consistently versus what you're not doing. Think about the path that you're jumping in. See, it's like I said, it's like it's okay that it's staying in a comfortable lane where we can do this freely like this. But in the sense of it's not really freely, but in the sense of there's no strain on you. So if you choose to get out, you could get out if you choose to. You don't have nothing really invested in it. So it's a thing of it's like I said with the drive, I went on ahead and got another drive. Just the case of showing I don't BS when I go get, I go get. I went and got it. So for the case of I'm putting these things, I do this stuff in front of you so you can see it versus you're not seeing anything. It's not like, okay, he's not showing me anything. You're seeing the content, you're seeing how I'm shooting the content.
Mm-hmm.
I'm building it right all in front of you. And I'm not doing nothing extraordinary. I just might have an ear and an eye. The only reason I
Yeah.
have an ear and an eye is just because I'm choosing to work on it. But at the
Mm-hmm.
same time, that's what I feel you can do as well, because you stepped in, you started recording your own audio. That was you're already 50% there in a sense of if you
Yeah.
add the video to it, the video ain't nothing but 40%. And
Yeah.
the editing and the putting the content out ain't nothing but 10%. So you're already more than halfway there at being a podcaster. You get what I'm saying?
I listened to you, bro. I went and got the equipment, man. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? The
that's
equipment,
what you and that's your step.
like,
That's the step. That's the
yeah.
step. That again,
I mean, I'm there, like you say, I'm there, but I let certain things deteriorate me. Like,
just
like I
remember
say,
though.
jobs and
Yeah, but just
yeah,
remember,
yeah.
I told you first that you're a better podcaster than you are at music, being a musician.
So
It's not
I
saying that
mean, I
you're
can
not
make
a it's
hits now.
it's
I can
not the
make hits.
case of saying it's not the case of you saying that you're not a musician,
Yeah.
but in the case of saying you're
And then I
doing
had the movie. Let's be fair. I was focused on the movie. We gotta put that in
I
there.
hear that I'm not
I,
I'm not
I,
that
I,
I'm not deterring any of your other accolades.
Yeah.
I'm not.
I mean, cause listen. I
Okay.
want to put this in because for me, I'm more of a person like I wanna explore in a lot of avenues. I never wanted to come in this game and just be a music artist. I'm gonna be honest. I never just wanted to be a music artist. I wanted to act. I wanted to do what I'm doing now, talking. Like I had a thing for expressing myself. The only thing is I used to put them on stories on Facebook and Instagram where it was pointless. You know what I'm saying? I always had a message, but I never knew how to put it out the right way. Then this presented itself, not just music podcast. So, I mean, I'm more than just a music artist for one. So, I mean, that is accurate. I mean, I probably am better than music. But if I wanted to really focus on music, I could. That's just how my mindset is. If I really want to do it, I could.
I'm gonna give you an example.
Yeah, go ahead.
And this is just I'm speaking from being just a little bit older than you, right?
Yeah. Now I just told you I didn't want to just do music. When I started.
Focus. Listen, it's not that you can't do music.
Yeah.
You're at a point right now, though, that the focus is more on podcasting than music. You can share your music all day long. You can share it as much as you like, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
If it was really music that you was really in love with, you already been smashed the gas on it. No matter how much it cost, no matter how much time it took, no matter how much you will be on it.
You're right, right.
And I'm gonna tell you why. And this is just speaking from where I'm at now. The whole situation of music makes sense to me because the case of I have to do it all the time because I play at a church. So there is a box that I'm in considerably when it comes to music, but at the same time, I'm consistently doing it all the time. So in the sense of I can't say that I'm not in the whole situation of being a musician. Okay. Now, again, that's what I just said to my whole music situation.
You were born into music.
And that's cool. And that's
and that's good. That's good.
And that's good. But hear me out.
I ain't but
hear me out.
Let me can I say this? I'm gonna put this in. I had this is the kind of kid I was. I was a kid that wanted to do a lot, wanted to do music and act, but I didn't have the support system like that. I didn't have people putting me in classes like that, get me involved with music classes and acting classes and stuff like that. I'm not making excuses. I'm just speaking on people that might be in a situation I am in. Yeah. So you know, it's kind of like somebody that's natural and then somebody that just is blood, sweat, and tears. It's just like they just had to learn it, you know what I'm saying, and study it. Like I had to study this stuff and grind for it. You know what I'm saying?
Stop. Okay. You said how you did it, how you just said that is how I learned how to do it. Okay. So basically, you just said you did it. You said it don't matter when you start, even if you just starting today.
Right.
Or whether if you started 40 years ago from the womb. I didn't start actually. It took me till I was 5-6 years old before any